All right. Oh, excuse me. Hello, hello, hello. Who do we have here with us this evening? Anybody? Who the hell? Anybody here this evening? What's up, Ricer? How you doing this evening? Whew, gotta catch my breath. Been an interesting, interesting afternoon. Anderson, Mr. Anderson. How you doing this evening? All right, I am going to make a drink. I'll be right back. Grab the components to make said drink. And this brown rum. All right, I am back. I'm getting ready. Oh, I need my glasses before I do that. Before I sit down. Because I need to look behind me. All right. TNT, what's going on, man? How you doing this evening? Yeah, Mr. Anderson said he's doing good. That's good to hear. All right, so I'm going to try. So the missus, we got a new TV over the weekend. So I'm going to try and put, what am I going to do here? Try and put YouTube behind me. If I can figure it out, there should be I thought there was a button for apps. YouTube.
Opening YouTube for Android TV.
Let's search. Look, see, Ricer, can you see that? No, you can't see it. It says Dead Broke Barbecue. Sunday night, the first thing that I did was I actually went and we watched Ricer's live stream. So SDSBBQ. You can do it. Look at that.
Have you been hurt in a car accident?
Oh my
You need
gosh.
a lawyer? You have a lawyer. Call it.
Ads. I gotta sign in to this. I'm so. Oh, skip ad. Skip ad. All right. Yeah, look at my big old head. All right. So at least I have myself in the background there. All right. So that's gonna be muted, and I wish the exposure was a little better. All right. So now let's catch up on the comments. Perfect. Let's see here. So we got Anderson, Mr. Anderson here. TNT Barbecue, what's going on, sir? Andrew is here. Mike Hall, how you doing this evening? That steak looked pretty daggone good on Instagram earlier. Baracho Barbecue, what's going on, Eric? How you doing this evening? All right, so tonight, and I normally don't do what I'm about to do, but we're gonna drink something a little different. My coworker, who is from Trinidad, she just got back from Carnival, and she brought me back a bottle of this aged rum. This was last year's bottle, and this was the dent that I put in it from this year to last year, or from last year to this year. So I told myself I was going to drink a little bit more of it. So this evening, we're going to drink some dark rum, and I'm putting it in my cup. Thank you, Jim from Suburban Barbecue and Ryan from Backline Smokers for adding some flair to my cutting board, and I'm repurposing it. So we got some rum in there, and I'm supposed to be fasting at this point because it's after 8 o'clock. So we're using some Coke Zero. Yeah, and I got cherry. So we're gonna see how this works out. Rum and Coke, I think we'll be all right. I hope so. Oh, perfect. So we're gonna let that sit for a second. Pat Conti, how you doing? Zach Attack, what's going on? Move your left hand. Yeah. Hey, Terry says, hey, yo. Hey, yo to you too, sir. How you doing this evening? Oh. Quester J. Yes, man. I tell you, man, I was worried about you. I, you know, those people who hang around in the chat and we get to know, we miss them when we don't see you. So, and you were definitely missed in the in the live stream. Sean, how you doing this evening? Mimi, how you doing? Hello. GT, what's going on? Rum, yes. Oh, I thought it was a steak, but I also didn't read I was like, oh man, I was scrolling. I was like, dude, double tap. Scroll, double tap. But I did see it. So it's good to, see you cross-platform wise. So I see you in the comments and things like that on YouTube. I see you on Instagram. I like that. I like that a lot. Andrew says good choice. And Anderson's, that's my go-to. What, the Coke Zero, cherry Coke Zero, or the single barrel reserve rum? Which is your go-to? I'll tell you what, I like it. I don't normally drink a whole bunch of soda. I'll be honest with you. Hold on one second. Let's clean up my lens here. I always feel like it's dirty. It's not as crisp. See, look, does that look a little better? Lou Calamatis, what's going on? I guess rum and Coke, Anderson, is your go-to. Pat says he's good. Perfect to hear. Texas barbecue guy, he said, made it. Perfect, man. Thank you. Macy Yo says, hey, yo. Luke Alamada says, rum and Coke used to be my jam. So now what did you upgrade to, Lou? My wife tried her fried Jim Beam and Pepsi today, and she didn't like it. Jim Beam. I'm not a real big Jim Beam. Like, I'm not a real big whiskey or bourbon drinker. The only whiskey I like, to be completely honest, is corn whiskey. Other than that, I will drink some Jack Daniels if I have to. But that's definitely not my go-to. Oh man, we got Adam from What's Up Welders. So listen. All of you guys, I need you to do me a solid. I need you to do Adam a solid. He's like holding on to like 10 subscribers, 15 subscribers. Can we get him up to 100? Let's give him a bit of a boost. Let's give him a kick in the welding overalls. All right. So let's do that for him. Hit him up. What's Up Welders, and follow the saga of him building. He's currently building a Santa Maria grill, and I'm waiting on an update, Adam. I mean, I'm just saying, it's been like a week. You can't be putting out updates every single day and then just go cold turkey on me now. So I would like to see an update, and maybe there's been an update that I've missed, but I'm calling you out because I want other people to hold you accountable too. So Adam definitely seems like a cool guy, definitely starting out, and I think collectively as a cooking community, people who help to make some of the smokers and other implements that we can use are a good resource, to have and know. Because if you have a problem with something that you're making yourself, you might be able to seek advice from a professional, and vice versa. Adam has been bouncing ideas off of me as to things that he would like to see or what would possibly work in a build. So let's actually read the comment. He says, "What's up, Dash? Gotta go now. My summer wish list is for you to do this on a Thursday night." He says, "What's up, Cuff and Stuff? What's up, River? What's up, Johnny? Gotta go later." All right, so you probably missed all of that and probably won't see it, but it's okay. Background is throwing me off. Sorry. I was trying to put the, have the, I don't know how to. I'll have to figure out, but watch. Oh, well, yeah, there's a delay. So let's see how long the delay is. I think the delay is 15 seconds. Yep. All right, so let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. All right, so maybe it's a little better than that. So maybe 7 to 10 seconds. All right, Mr. Hawkins says, "Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? The garden has been planted." Well, Jimmy, I'll drink to that. Appreciate that, Jimmy. Yeah, double the dash. Wait, double D? What? Double D. Big Steve says, "What's up, go? What's up, good people?" Question J is a 2 for Dash tonight. Yes, indeed. I'm doubling up. Does this qualify as 2 live streams or just 1? Mr. Hawkins says, "Hit that thumbs up, please." Oh my goodness, there's 34 of you guys in the live stream or on the live stream, and there are 12 of you who have thumbed up this video. If you could please give me a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. Not only does it make me feel better, it really, really, really does help my channel and help these videos more importantly. And okay, Anderson says rum and Coke 0. Jay, what's going on, man? How you feeling? I heard you weren't feeling 100%, so hope you are feeling better, sir. Cheers. All right. Well, Mr. Hawkins says he's drinking beer tonight. Try the summer, posting stuff like that because my other friends want to see it. Well, that's what's up, Mike. I appreciate that. T-Rock, what's up to you, man? What's going right back at you? Sipping on rum and Coke, laid back. Yes, indeed. Still on the Texas barbecue guy says he's still on the, I can never say it, but it's the potato vodka. And nothing wrong with that. I haven't bought it. I haven't bought any in a while, but I tell you, I've been doing the low sugar vodka, and when my coworker gave me this second bottle of this, I said, I need to start drinking more of it, and I'm not mad at it right now. No siree. She gave me I have a brown and I have a white actually, but rum and Coke really wasn't my jam. As Lou said, I was always a vodka guy. Lou's craft beer. My friends love me some of my IPAs. When I drink some liquor, I prefer Jameson. Speaking of Jameson, Lou, maybe, one weekend you can take a trip and meet me at the Guinness factory. Maybe we can plan something to meet at the Guinness factory. I know a few of you guys who are not too far away might be down to meet at the Guinness factory, the brewery rather. So maybe we can do that. Andrew, I'm totally there with you. He says he's ready to get his hands on some moonshine. Man, who you telling? Well, Mike, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, okay, definitely. Anderson, Mr. Anderson, appreciate that. What's up, new smoker from Pittsburgh? Anyone who needs some help, I love your channel. Well, Eric, only person I know in Pittsburgh that is cooking, his name, he runs Blowfish Barbecue, and they call him Hootie. I don't know his real name, to be completely honest with you, but look up Blowfish Barbecue. I know he's on Instagram as Blowfish Barbecue. I met him a few years ago, and cool cat, definitely cool cat. He's not big on YouTube, but I know he cooks, or he did cook, or was cooking at a brewery or a something along those lines, and he cooked he did little pop-ups almost weekly. So that's the only person I know as far as barbecue that's doing like legit barbecue out there in the Pittsburgh area. But definitely look into him and tell him Dash sent you, from Steel Drum Smokers Barbecue. He knows exactly who I am. All right. So Mr. Hockett says, Mr. Hockett takes charge, and I'm 5 minutes behind on the comments. So here we go. Usually at about the 10-minute mark, we kind of stop with the introductions and saying hi to everybody, and we get into the topic at hand. And actually, let's see if I can do this on my TV. Oh, you guys are probably not going to be able to see it. Well, let's try it anyway. Amazon.com. Okay, Google, visit Amazon.com. Let's see, how do I get out to TV? Oh, apps, there we go. Crap. Back. Prime TV. I don't have any sort of web browser set up on this TV yet. But what I was trying to do was get out to select media server, music, crackle. Nope. All right. Well, at least it took me back here. What I was trying to do was pull up my wish list on the TV. But I'm sure almost all of us have a Amazon wish list. So let's see. Smoking Goodnesses, what's up? GT, thank you very much. Zach says he fulfilled his wish list with his Blackstone. Quester J, thank you, sir. Broken in with 40 pounds of hamburger. Holy heck. What'd you make with all that? I mean, I guess you just did 40 pounds of hamburger. Jay, I'm good, man. Good to see you, man. Sheldon, how you doing this evening? Handyman, how you doing? Nice, looks sweet. New pitmaster from Pittsburgh. Well, Eric, great. Ed, and Eddie. Instagram or YouTube for What's Up Welding. He is on Instagram, and it's What's Up WATZUP Welders, WELDER, and it might be an S or a Z, Maceo. But cool cat. He's really he's just getting started. I'm not sure if he's. I think he's Instagram. I think he has Instagram. Don't quote me. Roast 20 pounds of taco meat for the kiddos. Nice. I'm nervous cooking for 700 people next week. Brisket and pulled pork, barbecue baked beans, and potato salad. Man, you got it. It's Terrence, right? Is it Terrence? I know it's TNT. I know it's you and your wife, but I've drawn a blank on. Been a long day. I'm sorry. Well, Eric, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Mr. Hockey, yeah, man, I saw your pork shoulder on Instagram. I at least I saw it in the Instagram stories. I did not see the finished product in the post. Jay says the only thing he has on his list is a taco cart. Sheldon, you can look up my Facebook page as Steel Drum Smokers, but I'm very inactive on Facebook. Facebook is my least favorite social media site source. Yeah, I am very active. Well, I'm more active on my Instagram and of course here on YouTube. I do have all of the big three: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But out of all of those three, the easiest way to get in touch with me is going to be on Instagram. I do answer DMs and things like that. Even my email, I suck at replying to emails. It's one of those things where I can just go a day without checking my email, or 2 days without checking my email. If I'm doing other things, then it just sucks. But I know that. Dash. All right, Twaski, what's going on, man? So Question J says, hey, y'all. Dash's P.O. Box is lonely. Send him something. Steel Drum Smokers Barbecue, P.O. Box 3236, Catonsville, Maryland, 21228. And he is absolutely correct. And one other thing, too. Usually, I make sure I check the P.O. Box at least once a week. This week, I checked it on Monday, I checked it. I did not check it yesterday. I was unable to check it yesterday, and I was unable to check it today. Like, life in the afternoon sometimes it comes at me fast. No, I checked it yesterday afternoon, but there was nothing there, sadly. But I did not get to check it this afternoon. Taste tester number 2 was inducted into the National Junior Honor Society, and taste tester number 3 is, or excuse me, taste tester number 1 is already in the National Junior Honor Society. So we had that induction ceremony, and then we were looking at a venue for them to have a party, like a combined graduation birthday party over the summer. And then we took them out to dinner, and then I had a community meeting. So this evening, this is why the notification didn't go out until late. So been a busy day. But all of us have wish lists on Amazon. I want to hear some of you guys. What are some of the things you're wishing? And I'm talking about like accessories. I'm not talking about I wish to have a 84-inch double, double deluxe Lang, smoke. No, we all have those kind of wish. But like something simple, like um a riser basket for your Weber kettle, or a riser basket for your big green egg, a kick ash basket for your big green egg or for your Weber kettle. That's what I'm talking about. What are some of the things that you want to have, that you want to buy? Because I know they're on my wish list. Port Valley burnt ends. Mary Mix, I need to try. That's what's up, Terry. Nice video with the chicken and Uncle C's rub the other night. Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Part 2 is actually going live tomorrow. And for those of you guys who stick around to the end of the live stream, if I remember and if I'm not too intoxicated, I'll give you guys a sneak peek tonight, and you get to watch it for sticking around. Just hit Beautiful Grill. What's up, Johnny? Just got here. You can cut me out of the intro. No, I can't. Oh, Johnny, I get it now. You can't cut me out of the intro. I'm not gonna cut you out, man. I like you. I got the new house in December, so 2020 plan is to get the bar shack built. Plus, trying to get into more comps this year. That's what's up, Eric. Johnny is in the building. What's new, barbecue? What's up with you, man? Kenneth, how you doing this evening? We got all the Texans showing up a little late. Yeah, I'm looking at both of y'all side-eyed, but you are here, so I'm appreciative. So let's see. Anderson says, oh, here's his wish list. I'm like, well, I'm reading camera equipment. Well, duh. He said I have a Sony A6600 and a DJI Ronin SE in his cart. Every day I think about pulling the trigger. One day, man, just do it. Just kind of be like, today's the day. All right, just do it. That's kind of how I did with my camera. So the whole thing was, and honestly, I purchased a newer camera. Okay, I purchased the RX100 Mark 7, and I had been wanting to upgrade my camera. And the major thing with the RX100 is it has the audio input, like a mic input. And when I dropped my camera and I was headed to Texas the next week, I said, I got to replace this camera like tomorrow. So I went on Amazon, I ordered the camera, and I got it. I was like, cool. And then at the same time, same day, I sent my camera, it's a DSC HX90, I think, or 90 or 99. Anyway, I sent that back to Assurion, or whatever it is, for them to fix it. I really thought they were going to tell me, hey, we can't fix it. We're going to give you $450, like they did the last time they couldn't fix my camera. So, but lo and behold, they sent me my camera back. So now I have both cameras. So that's why I am trying to actually use and incorporate both cameras into the filming. So hopefully you guys are liking the double aspect ratio. And the good thing is, because they're both Sony cameras and they both are like color profiles, I don't have to do any sort of like color grading to match one to the other. And the footage looks a lot better than the GoPro footage because it's like real line of sight type of thing. So, dude, I feel you, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be a bad influence on this one. Get yourself the camera. You'll thank yourself later. I'm trying to skip through some of the comments. There's a dude that looks just like me behind me. I know. Hold on, don't look. I know. I've been watching Adam's videos since the first one. He does very well, Jimmy. I scared Dash away from Facebook. You didn't scare me away from Facebook. It wasn't you, Question J. I got a text. Oh crap! Hopefully that doesn't affect. I just got a text message. Sorry, I have an event this Saturday, and the guy's kind of confirming his order. Too bad I won't be able to reply to him for another hour. So, Rob, man, it's cool. He's a long time no live stream. Just stopped in to say what's up. All right, this was it. Tehran, and Terry. Tehran. I have a buddy named Tehran. Mo butter baby, Joaquin says. Newcomb says, Dash, what's going on with you, man? I need to get IG to start promoting. Been looking a few carts with 4 warmers. Jay, man, I told you a long time ago to get on Instagram. I told you a long time ago. Lou says his wish list equals a pellet grill and a Blackstone. Dude, man, I don't know what I would do with a Blackstone. Now, I mean, of course, I would cook on it, yes, but like, I don't see the appeal of a Blackstone just yet. But that's because I don't have one. I'm sure once I have one, then I'll find excuses to cook on it. Yeah, thank you, Question J. I'll let them know that you said what's up. Please remember to hit that thumbs up. Congrats to the Taste Testers of the National Junior Honor Society. But yes, pizza attachment. Rice just says he wants a pizza attachment and a Gabby grill. So Rice, I tell you, I was looking at on Amazon. There is a inexpensive pizza kit, and I've seen I saw Tom Horseman. I think he has one on one of his Webers. One of his 39,000 Webers. But someone else I was watching recently has. It's like a $70 pizza attachment. But my whole thing is this: how often am I going to be doing pizzas? Because I was talking to my wife the other day, and I was like, oh, we were walking through the aisle in the market, and I said, well, I want to get this pizza attachment. She said, how often are you going to be doing pizzas? And I'm like, well, if I get the pizza attachment, probably a lot more. But it's just another thing. And this is one of the things I wanted to circle back to. But Rice says he wants the pizza attachment and he wants the Gabby grill. I like the Gabby grill thing, definitely. But I think the amount of money that you're going to spend on the Gabby grill attachment, I think you would be better suited to put that money towards a bigger, standalone actual Santa Maria grill. Only reason I say that is because of the cooking restrictions you have as far as the amount of food that you can actually cook on it. Now, of course, if you're just going to be cooking for 1 or 2 people, then you might be fine. But right, sir, you have a family of 4 at least, and if you're entertaining or anything like that, you're going to run out of room on that attachment pretty quickly. Big Steve says the Vortex, man, get it. I want a Kamado Joe rotisserie. I feel like all I do is chicken. Well, Lou, man, how would that work? Because I feel like with the Kamados, the thing that keeps the Kamados like really the way that they are is the fact that you close the dome, you close the lid. If you have a rotisserie, then that probably means you're going to be cooking it with it wide open. At least, all of the air get in, and I feel like it might get too hot. With the Weber attachment, thank you, Eric, for sending it out to me. A few times I've used it, you put the dome back on top, and you can limit how much air is in there. But yeah. Sean says, I want the Vortex, but I've been on the fence. It's not super expensive, but $40 seems like a lot for the cone. Sean, I tell you what, if you look up Vortex, you'll find the Vortex, and it's like 40 or $50. But here's the deal. There is a Vortex knockoff. That's what I have. I have the Vortex knockoff, and it is probably $25 or $30, $15, $10. It makes a difference, and I tell you, I love the Vortex. Love the Vortex. The way that it it radiates the heat up, and then because of the convection and the radiant manner of the kettle, it is worth it. It's worth it. It really is. That is one of the best accessories I've gotten for my Weber kettle. And I said the same thing. I'm like, why do I need another $100 attachment? Why do I need this $40 attachment? Why do I need this one? But I tell you, using the Vortex has become one of my favorite means of cooking in the kettle. GT says he wants a rotisserie for his kettle. Highly recommend the rotisserie. You do not necessarily have to get the Weber rotisserie. Look, I am an equal opportunity purchaser. I purchase things based off my budget in that particular week, and then I purchase things sometimes because I have to have the best of the best. I'm guilty of both, and I tell you, there are some inexpensive rotisseries out there that will get the job done, and you can save a couple bucks. So Johnny says, I want a kettle pizza and a rotisserie. Definitely like the rotisserie and the kettle pizza. Just, same thing. It sounds like you and Rice are in the same boat. I don't think they make any from my offset smoker. And any accessories? Oh, hell no, man. They make plenty of accessories. The whole thing is you have to get creative on what you see and use that for your particular offset. Like, I saw did you know you can buy grill baskets, like charcoal baskets, on Amazon, and they're between, I guess, depending on the size, probably between 70 and $100. But the only thing is you got to pay shipping because they're heavier than a lot of the Amazon stuff that you ship. So, but you figure another $10 to $15 for shipping. Wow. If I knew then, like before, and they're the best thing about those charcoal baskets that you can get, they're stainless. Stainless you won't burn through nearly as quickly or almost at all as you do mild steel. So now I'm guilty. I use charcoal baskets a lot, but I've made all of the charcoal baskets, welded them all up. With the stainless, you're not going to burn through them nearly as quickly as I do on the baskets I've made. Texas barbecue guy said, is it Chris? I think it may be Chris. Remind me again, fellas. I'm sorry. He says he wants 1,000-gallon offset. Brother Bear, what's going on? Smoking Bears, man. The Bears in the building. We got Eric's in the building. We got the Bears in the building. Slow and Sear 22-inch Kevel grill. Dude, I really like my Slow and Sear. I like the Slow and Sear too. The first, and I think it was one of those things where I kind of had to figure out how to use it properly. The first couple times I used the Slow and Sear, I was like, man, this is pointless. What's the point of this thing? Like, it doesn't do much of anything, but once you get it right, yeah, I understand. Question J, Sizzle wish list equals get a smoker. Question J, you have some time. You just bought a house and you're just expanding and stuff like that. So take your time, do some research, and get something you really want. Huh. Let's see, everybody saying hi. Mimi says I need a horizontal rotisserie thingy. It's just a rotisserie. Still haven't shot in my camera yet. Now, I think I need with the film. I'm doing all right. Let's see. All right. Smoking Goodness says my wish list is a cargo trailer to load the pits for on-site cooking. I tell you, cooking on site is sometimes not all it's cracked up to be. You guys have seen me drop grills and break stuff and have issues, and it is awesome. It is awesome, but sometimes it's not all it's cracked up to be. Casey says, I want a steamer for easy cleaning now. That is a great idea. Steamer. Yeah. When I get it, I'll message you. Okay. Space Monkey. All right. Hopefully somebody took care of that for me. I appreciate it. Let's see. Righteous says, I only know half the people that follow on Instagram. He says he's not a good Instagrammer. Chuck says my wish list is to get a barrel grill. I started 2 years ago. Finished. Well, Chuck, man, get it done. Wait, I'm like, Joaquin says he wants a rotisserie, a pizza oven, but those are two separate things. So it seems like everybody wants the rotisseries and the pizza ovens. So maybe I will pick up that pizza oven and I'll just start cooking pizzas on it, and they'll be store-bought pizzas for a while so I can get used to it. And then we'll start doing some other stuff. But if you guys haven't or don't know Red Banks, he's got Red's pizza and barbecue, or barbecue and pizza. He's in like Northern Virginia. Check him out. Check out his channel. That man's a beast when it comes to pizza. He went to like Pizza University, and I'm sure he could talk my head off and your head off about some pizza. And he knows his stuff when it comes to pizza. Huh. Ricer, will it cost you? You know what, Ricer? See, here's the thing. See, I'm all about opportunity, right? That drive to Michigan from Wisconsin to go get it is probably going to be so epic that you could probably film a cool story about getting it, and the drive will be so much content, so much fun. Take your boys with you and have a good time, and just let them film stuff while you're driving. So I'm sure it probably costs you more than $70 or so in gas or fuel or whatever, but the story and the experience will be worth it. Tom's from Michigan. All right. I don't think I've seen you before, but thank you very much for popping in and stopping up. Steve says he got the flip cooler already. So Steve hit me up this weekend, and he was showing me or telling me that he was going to be ordering that flip cooler that I put on the channel a few weeks ago. And actually, I used it, I won't say this past weekend, because it wasn't this past weekend. It was actually 2 weeks ago. But that's how my videos are set up. And I am a week or so ahead right now. Anyway, I used it in the video, and tomorrow you'll see me using it in the video. Ricer, I never steered you wrong, man. Kamado Joe makes one that's called a jotisserie, and the lid does close. Okay, well, that's what's up, Lou. So why do they call you Dash? You look more like a shot putter. Just asking for a friend. You know what's so funny, Chef Johnny? I did throw shot from my school, in my high school. Actually lettered in track for throwing shot. And I am not a dasher. So the whole thing is, my nickname Dash, and I've told this a couple times, my nickname Dash came from the Rockefeller camp, the Rockefeller clique. Dame Dash used to be the guy who would be dancing around with the bottles. That was me in my youth. My friends, we would get together, we would do things, and I was always the one, like, happy-go-lucky, dancing around, but I always kept the bottle close and my friends closer. Let's see, Jay says, Jay, yo, you gotta love Jay's resourcefulness. If there's anything that you can take away from Jay's Rapping Barbecue, just so you know who Jay, what Jay I'm talking about. Jay is resourceful. Jay, salud, hermano. Okay, like, mad respect, because he thinks outside of the box, and I love that. Terry says, I want a pellet cooker. Dude, definitely. I highly recommend pellet cooker. Royce Doc says cheap Vortex on eBay. Yep, you can get them on eBay, or I just, so reason I get things or get more things off of Amazon than I do eBay is because if I need to return something, it's much easier to return it through Amazon than it is eBay a lot of times. Let's see. Charlie from Pickles Barbecue has a Vortex cut a hole out of a metal dog dish. Dude, that sounds pretty interesting. The only thing about that is if you can find the right dog dish, right? This is, sits in an angle is pretty dope. I just don't know if I could justify the cost. Man, I understand. Jay says he's got a Vortex. He's cracking up. Mr. Richard, how you doing this evening? From the other side of Catonsville, or he's checking in from the other side of Catonsville. Definitely appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. So, Mr. Richard has a dope grill. when I dropped off food to him this past summer, he was cooking on his grill, and he has a grill similar to my grill, my 5-foot grill, Johnny, that he picked up a while ago, and he was showing me it, and I was like, man, it was. I think this might have been either right before or right after I picked up my Johnny 5, but it's dope. I liked his grill a lot. Easy Bake Barbecue, what's going on with you? Uh, so, the vortex turns into like a diverter plate, huh? All right. Casey says, I want a rib rack made for my offset. I, I kind of, I am kind of torn on the rib racks. Um, I really like having my ribs lay flat. I don't like them hanging. I like them to lay flat, just presentation wise. That's why. When you start putting the ribs on a rack and they're laying like this, what happens is they start to twist and they start to curl, or they start to they'll bend, or whatever the case may be. I think gravity is your friend, and laying ribs flat to me produces the best looking results. Now, do I or have I ever stood ribs up? Yes, I have. When I've had to cook lots of racks and I have a limited amount of space, I know why you want to do it. In my opinion, I prefer to lay ribs flat. I've used my GMG as a charcoal grill before. How did you do that, Zach? I want another party cue for my drum. That's what's up, Andrew. I had those airflow management things. I had the one that I used. I didn't have good luck with it, so yeah. Smoking Bear says the Brolin Sear is awesome. Agree. Kent's Brolin Sear is pretty dope, especially when you can use some self tappers that you probably have already laying around the house, and the grates or the baskets that come with most Weber kettles nowadays anyway. Even if you don't have a Weber kettle that came with them, you can pick up those charcoal baskets for like $20, maybe $25. And I know I've seen them on Amazon. They get recommended to me all the time. Big Steve says go to Home Depot and get the expandable metal, $22, and make a basket. It'll hold up for sure. The whole thing, Steve, with the expanded metal, the mild steel, you will burn through it. The stainless steel, it will take a lot longer. Brandon, man, oh man, it has been a while. Brandon is down there in South Carolina. He said his restaurant is keeping him busy, but that sure is a good thing, man. Glad to see you back in here. Glad that everything is working out for you. First Love Smoker says more business this summer. Oh, and hello, Dash. Yes, indeed. Thank you so very much for popping in and hanging out. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. So, what's some of the other things you guys want on your wish list? AZ Bake says, I would like to request your assistance. I'm going to make a video about how to use grill grates and are looking for other YouTube cooks to send me some videos on their tips and tricks. Man, I don't have any tips and tricks. Get the grill grates hot, slick them down with something, scrape them off. That's it. Obviously, you saw me use the grill grates in the video that I posted this past week. That is officially the third time I have ever cooked on those grill grates. I just don't always think to use the grill grates. But I will try and start using those grill grates a little more often. I can't promise you anything quickly, but I will try to use them a little more frequently. I found, of course, the SCA events is actually, I'm sorry, I lied, 4 times. No, first SCA event we didn't. That 3 times I've used those grill grates. Because the first time the grill grates that I used were not mine. Let's see. Hello, Ricardo. I think you wish to work. All right, Jesse James, how you doing this evening? All right, Quester J set a reminder, said hit that thumbs up button. What's up, Jeff? We got Jeff, the Northeast Beast LaFoe. Yes, there are two of me. We're doubling down tonight. Um, love my Zach says he loves his Green Mountain Grill pizza oven. I can imagine. Yes, see. Lou agrees with me about Red. He said he's a pizza genius. Jeff says, "Hey to all, hope everyone is well and virus free." Set it aside and you can fold it flat, huh? Izzy Eats, what's going on, man? Hi. Huh. Right, sir. Take the trip, man. I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. The story that you'll have is so worth it. Part two will be out tomorrow morning, and actually, if you hang around long enough, and I don't get too drunk, and I remember, I will sneak peek and give you guys the link at the end of the live stream. Who's better? It's the evil white twin. Well, unfortunately, you know what? Let's see if we can balance the. Nope. I turned the light down in the kitchen because I'm looking at my kitchen. Obviously, my family room is behind me, but I don't think that made it any better, unfortunately. But if I duck out, it's like dashception here because there's me and then another me and then another me and then another me and then another me. I just wish my phone would pick it up. Any more catering? I do have a cook this weekend. I might film it, but I probably won't take you guys down to the house where I have to take the food. Though I'm pretty sure that the dude that I would be taking it to, he'd be cool with it. But yeah, this guy. Actually, I really need to hit him up about doing my taxes. So yeah. What's on my wish list? I have like some cooking accessories on my wish list, Mr. Hockett. So I talked about that charcoal basket. One of the things that I saw with the charcoal basket is some inserts to kind of make your basket into and use like a snake method. So I really thought that might be helpful with using like Bernadette or even Vicky using like a minion method in the charcoal basket. So I've been toying with the idea of trying to make something myself, but it seems like buying something for $20 or so, and I'll say $20. It's probably closer to $40, but still buying something for $40 versus the time and energy it would take for me to make it. I think I'm getting ready to place an order. So thanks for asking that. But that's like one of the latest things. I of course, just like I was saying, like risers and things like that for the Big Green Egg and for the Weber kettle. The Kick Ash basket, that one's pretty up there. I need some hinges for Vicky. You guys know that I've been procrastinating fixing the door, the firebox door on Vicky. So I have hinges on my list, and actually I wanted to try and get the Amazon on my TV so that I could show you guys my wish list. But I use my phone, as my to stream, so I can't. If you give me a moment, I can go get my laptop in a little bit, and then I can tell you everything on my wish list. Let's see. Rich says he needs a pellet cooker and a new stick burner. Yep, I understand. Turn Johnny into Santa Maria with. I'll turn Johnny into Santa Maria with a few bricks, dude. I understand. Izzy says he agrees with me on ribs. 2 rib racks. Never really use them. Let me know if anyone wants them. Well, Lou, I'm sure there's probably gonna be a taker for that. See, a reattachment for Johnny would be good. Yeah. I have thought about it. Because you can get like rotisseries. But the whole thing is, you know, it would be an open pit. And that was the whole reason why I got Johnny with a lid, but it's kind of becoming a detriment. So we'll see. Uh, yes. But they know it's me in the background. I need some grill grates. Where you find them? You can get them off of Amazon, and Jeff, I do have links. You just kind of have to scroll in the description, but I do have links at least to the 22 to the Weber 22-inch, 22 and a half inch kettle. But once you go to Amazon and you click on the grill grates, you can click like the company grill grates. You can click there and you can find them in, I won't say any size, but you can kind of customize the size that you need. They have a few kits that you can buy that are specific size, like the 22-inch kettle. They have some that fit like a Traeger or are certain you know, inches wide by certain inches deep. But here's one thing that I didn't tell you guys. I took a Weber kettle grate and I used some coat hanger, all right, and I actually attached my grill grates to that Weber kettle grate, because the part of the problem was having to assemble the grill grates. They come unassembled. You can assemble them, and then, you know, they just sit on top of the grate. Well, I said, no, I wanted them permanently affixed so that I can move them a lot easier. And I mean, it worked out really well. Uh, if money was zero issue, what smoker would I buy? Izzy, shoot. We're not talking about that, man. We're going to keep going because, woo, boy. I can't even speak that one into existence. I want to replace mine with the Prime. Let's see. Cooking and grilling with AB had an accessory for the kettle that a rack sits on and spins. I thought it was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I've seen that. Is it flat? Like a flat rotisserie type deal? That where, like, if you took 4 racks of ribs and you laid them flat and you could spin them that way on a rotisserie. I have seen that. Just make a frame dash with the angle steel in your set. Jay, I've thought about it. Just carrying extra stuff. Trust me, as far as a like a rotisserie or a Santa Maria. Yeah, I have. I really have. That is messed up. Doing great. I am good. Reese says ribs. What about ribs, sir? All right. I am finally caught up on the comments. Izzy says the Green Mountain pellet is the best. And I'm sorry if I missed your comment. I do apologize. All right, so Izzy says, if money was zero issue, what smoker would I buy? I really want I want to say this. I really want a Myron Mixon smoker. I cook with water on all of my smokers, just water with all of my smokers. And Myron Mixon is one of the only ones out there that uses a water pan. And I really think that it fits with what I'm doing, how I'm kind of already cooking. So I think a Myron Mixon smoker would be decent. Now, after going to Texas and seeing how some of those cats down there throw down with some of those smokers they have, let me just say, yeah, I would love to say that I have the first 1,000-gallon backline, smoker on the East Coast. I would love to be able to say that. But Ryan don't hear me though, and I can't afford one of his smokers. Let's see. Reese says, okay, he says he's high. No problem. Crap. Oh man. I can't. All right, Reese. Here's your warning. You can't crack jokes on a person that can delete you and ban you from the channel. So I understand you're high, but yeah. Return from hot side to cold side. Oh, okay. Interesting. Ribulator. Water, yes. My Pit Boss pellet worked great as well. All right. What kind of homemade barbecue sauce do I like, Mike? I like something that can be gotten commercially, and I doctor it up, and I'll tell you why. As more and more people are having food allergies, when you have a sauce that you make at home, you cannot necessarily guarantee the same level of non-reactiveness as you can from something that you might be able to get off of the shelf. So the Uncle Phil joke, Reese. I mean, I know I'm a big guy. Uncle Phil had way more white hair in his beard than I did, but you know, we'll let it slide. Come on, man. My buddy is sending me text messages. I'm doing a live stream right now. I can't look at your text messages. Let's see. Money, no object. I want to have one built to my specs. Yeah, I get it. Let's see. Let's see. Chef Johnny says I looked at some Myra mixing smokers at Bass Pro in Memphis. They are sweet looking smokers, dude. I agree, Chef Johnny, man. I would. There's one that's like a 1K one. Oh man, I would cook a bunch of stuff in that thing. Green Mountain was very steady. All right. Okay. Zach says the Green Mountain is a boss. He says I can do cooks while I'm at work. You know, I can too. You know, when I work from home, man, my trigger works very well. Granted, it's like 10 feet away through a wall. So, yeah. I really hate pellet smokers can't give you the same smoke flavor as a wood smoker. All right. You guys know me. Here, I'm going to step on my soapbox here. Just because it's different doesn't make it worse. Are there better options out there? Yes. Is the pellet grill a pretty darn good option for what it is? It is a pellet smoker. You're not using full-on wood. Now, of course, if you have been using full-on wood, now I'm going to do a half pour and cover up the ice. If you are using full-on wood and you go to a pellet, there's going to be a difference. But you have to take it for what it's worth. I'm sorry. I should have just used my right hand. Then I wouldn't have put my arm in front of the phone there. Take it for what it's worth and just accept it. The pellet grill is good at what it is. It's pellet grill is the future. Point blank. Pellet grills are the future. Jay says, once I move from where I am at now, I'm going to be making a double-decker cheddar, remove the handle off the 18 and add like 3-inch stacks to the top and connect it to the bottom of a 14-inch grill. All right, so to give you a cook chamber. No problem, Reese. That's why I didn't ban you. You know, I just kind of gave you a warning. I mean, you can't talk about the person that's running the live stream. Here's the thing. If I know you, then you can talk smack. But this is your first time here. So you were a guest on my live stream. That's how I'm going to look at it, right? And you come out talking about, man, you look like Uncle Phil. Well, damn, I have feelings too, my man. I don't care how high you are. You should understand that nobody wants to be called a name, especially by the new kid. All right? But, you know, I put that in terms even your high behind can understand, because he almost brought me out. Ooh, I had to almost let the internet me fly. Offsets give you the best smoke. Pellets are weak. Oh, Izzy, man. Pellets are steady but no flavor. Mm. I've always burned pellet 2 for the first few hours and to boost it. Everything out there is better than my Oklahoma Joe. Jack and Betty. I'm happy to see you guys. I really am. Jack swears that, yeah, Johnny, you can smack talk. I've met you in person, even though you are half the person that I met when I met you. Um, but that's the thing. You're not gonna come into my live stream the first time you hear want to start talking trash. Nah, bruh. I mean, your name is Reese. You want me to start calling you Reese's Pieces? I'm sure you probably have gotten that. And that's not really a joke that you find amusing. But it will be amusing to me because you know why? It's the first time I've said it. The first time some of these folks in this room have said it. But no, I don't do that. I get to know you first before I crack jokes. Where's Charlie at? Anybody boot him out of this live stream already? Someone's just kidding. No problem. Hey, Question Jay, thank you so very much, Jay. I appreciate you hanging out. I gotta head out. New meds got me tired, but I will leave with the good news. 13 months cancer free. Get CT scans every 6 months now instead of every 2 months. Night. Question Jay, dude, that is awesome. That is awesome. So happy. So one of the reasons why I like Quester J so much is Quester J said he found my channel while he was in the hospital dealing with, I believe it was chemotherapy and or his radiation treatments. And I'll be completely honest with you, and I'm, Onion Cut Ninjas, he said that my videos helped him through a tough time. And that was never my intention, but I'd be damned if it didn't hit me right in the feels, man. Like, that's some heavy stuff. So when I hadn't seen Quester J in the comments, I'll be completely honest, I feared the worst. Because I know, and there have been people who have said, hey man, if you don't see me in the comments, something has probably happened to me. And that's kind of tough for me. You know, I have feelings, and you guys are more than just like friends and YouTube strangers. You guys are my family. Like, seriously, we come, we hang out, we break bread, and we drink, we libation. So, I mean, when I don't see you guys in the live stream, when you've been on a live stream, or if I don't see you in the comments, I do genuinely care and I get concerned. So yeah, calling people names is a sign of low self-esteem. I shouldn't do it, Mr. Hockey. No. We know it's all right. Sigma Man says, I bought my Traeger in November. I've done ribs, chicken, brisket, and even smoked a duck, and it was all great. I agree, man. You know what? There are some people that are, some people just, as far as pellet grills, they, I listened to somebody talk about something the other day, and he was talking about, he was talking about using a plasma cutter or like a CNC machine. No, it was a CNC machine versus a plasma cutter. And he said something to the effect of, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said, there's nothing wrong with using a newer, better technology. And the CNC machine was a newer, better technology because he said for years he would use like a bandsaw, cutting metal, a bandsaw, or a plasma cutter or something like that, and then have to go back and trim or, like sand and fix his mistakes, basically. He said with the CNC machine, the hardest part is setting up the cuts, right? He said, so all of those people who said that, it would never be, or, he said, no, I accept new technology. I think pellet grills are new technology that makes life easier and makes barbecue easier. Now, with that being said, There are some people who can devote the time and energy into doing it 100% correctly by using wood only. But then there are a lot of people who can't. And those people who can't outnumber the people who can. And because those people who can't devote that time to babysitting a wood burning smoker, they are the squeaky wheel getting the grease right now because they're the ones that are happy about being able to cook decent barbecue without having to put so much effort forth. And that's where I'll leave that one. That's my argument with it, and I'm on both sides of the. I've been on both sides of the fence. Let's put it that way. I've earned my time. I've earned my ability to use the Traeger. I don't. Yeah. uh, well, Jimmy, take your time, man. Take your time. As much as I know, the pellets are easier than wood. First love smokers, man. I tell you, I understand. But I'll tell you this: if it's done right, it's really not going to make that big of a difference. But then again, it could be because, or I think that way because I'm using a milder wood, and that could be the major determining factor. Oak that I do on a steel drum versus oak that I do on Vicky, or oak that I do in Bessie is, they're three different levels, but they're like a mild, medium, and a low. But even the low still has smoke flavor, it still has the goodness there. It just doesn't have that same smoke ring. It's still going to have the flavor that I'm looking for, but maybe if I were using a mesquite or a hickory, it would be a lot more pronounced. Sigma Man says, congratulations. Terry says, I'm watching these comments about the pellets and not sure if I want one. Terry, I highly recommend a pellet grill. I do. But just keep in mind, they're not for everybody. Doug McGee says, what up? How you doing, man? What's up? What up with you? All right, I am 4 minutes behind on the comments. By an offset, tank smoker. I added to the truck to get a back on. All right, no problem, Chef Johnny. Izzy E says use oak. Or I guess maybe he uses oak. Two different offset stick burners. All right. Dash the cannabis community doesn't vouch for him. And as a president of 420 barbecue community, stuff like that makes people like me look bad. I understand. I like the pellet smoker because I can get away with a technicality that it plugs in and the flame is contained. I can use it on the deck in my apartment. Well, Zach, nothing wrong with that, man. Have you tried the charcoal pellets? Yes, Izzy, I have, and I don't. There's no value add. My instinct or my gut response was about to say they're garbage, but I am currently finishing up a 30-pound bag of those charcoal pellets, and I'm like, man, I can't finish them fast enough. There was no value add in using those pellets. And like I said, I was about to say they were garbage, but they're not garbage. They don't taste or don't add any sort of charcoal flavor that they advertise. And that's just my opinion. But I didn't find any charcoal-esque-ness. So Dash, you don't think that you hurt my feelings when you put down mesquite? Just kidding, of course. I don't put down mesquite. There's a difference between putting down mesquite, saying, yo, it's the worst wood ever, and saying, I don't like mesquite. One of those things is true, and I'll leave it up to you to figure it out. Which one is true and which one is false. Curious about the charcoal pellets. hopefully you just heard my little rant on the charcoal pellets. I will not be buying them ever again. I will only buy pellets that have wood flavor, and I probably will stick to the fruit medley and or an apple. Yeah. Eric says, "Hey, yo, that's better late than never." I say, "Yeah, you're right. You're right." So I told you, well, if you were here, unlike Eric, who was not here earlier, I talked about the fact that I had a community meeting. So some of you guys who have been around for a while know that in 2018 there was a flooding that happened right in front of, not in front of, but right in my neighborhood. And because I am now the Community Improvement Association president, I am privy to being invited to some of the meetings talking about the mitigation and the prevention and the you name the acronym or whatever, not acronym, the adjective for flooding and floods. So, but I told you guys earlier, also, Eric, you missed it. Taste Tester number 2 was inducted into the National Junior Honor Society. Taste Tester number 1 was already in, but we took them out for dinner. And because we took them out for dinner, I was late to this meeting. But it was so funny because one of the people who were there at the meeting, like when I got in there, I stood up and I asked a question or had a comment. He called me out on being late. What? So he called me out on being late the first time. Then the second time he said something about me being late, I'm like, oh man, this dude this cat done come from my throat. So then someone else totally different, he says something about the fact that, well, if you were here a little earlier, you would have heard or you would have gotten the information about. All right. So now anytime I say anything, I would say, pardon me for being late, and maybe I missed it because I came in late. But here's my question, or here's my statement. But after the 4 or 5 times I made remarks, I definitely reminded everyone that I came in late, to that meeting. So there's nothing wrong with coming in late. I probably need to keep it on smoke longer setting. You know what, Izzy? The whole thing is this, right? If you have the smoker, the triggered pellet grill, and you have a smoke setting, the smoke setting to me is just for you to get the thing going. Then once I get it on whatever temperature I need it set to, that's what I'm going to set it to. I'm not going to leave it on smoke for extra 45 minutes to an hour. That's just slowing down my cook. That ain't no problem, Joe. No problem. Not a problem whatsoever. Good luck, sir, with your endeavors. I'll be moving soon. I'm not sure if I will find a place to cook outside after the landlord left us without heat for 25 days, and we get mad he raises the rent. Oh my gosh, way more than it's worth. So, wow. Well, Jeff, sorry to hear that, sir. What? Sam Jackson says, what do you think about Franklin Barbecue making smokers now? Wow. I did not know that, but I do know that Aaron Franklin went, and I heard it on the grapevine that Aaron Franklin went and talked to my man Ryan at Backline Smokers or slash Backline Fabrication. So, wow. That's one of those things where it's like, man, I hope he didn't go in there and talk to him and get advice on how to build a smoker and then turn around and leave and then start building smokers by himself. Wow. Oh, I'm missing this straw. Zach said the same thing 3 times. All right. Worry about the level of smoke with a pellet. I've always used stick burners and have only have meats off of stick burners, and I love hickory. But it would be nice to set it and forget it. Casey, I'm telling you, it's not even about setting it and forgetting it. It is about the ability to multitask. And that's usually my thing. I typically can start something and I can go and do something else. because of the fact, and obviously Justin from Baby Back Maniac, he put it plainly. He said, you know, the Weber smoke fire, I couldn't leave it unattended, and that's the whole point, or one of the things about um, using the pellet grill is you can leave it unattended. Uh, Noobs, man, don't apologize for being late, man. Pellet smokers, I won't be able to tell you. I'll drop the link for you. All right. Uh, let's see. Okay. Yes. Steve says okay. He found it. Barbecue Dragon Spin Grate. I will have to look into that once I get off of the live stream. Just no charcoal pellets, dude. I mean, no added flavor. No, it was no point. Like, what the hell was? What was the point? Ever use charcoal pellets? Do not buy them. Do not pass go. Do not waste your money on charcoal pellets. No, no. Hey, well, Andrew, thank you very much for hanging out. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. I think mesquite is good for grilling, and it's great with beef. Yes, because mesquite has that punch you in the face flavor that that beef can take. Not everything can take mesquite. Like chicken, it just overpowers it. George Rushing, oh my goodness, burping, freaking Coke Zero. All right, George Rushing, he says, holy hell. He says he's a mulberry man here, I guess. You know, that's what's up. Nothing wrong with mulberry. I've used mulberry on occasion. Texas barbecue guy, you know what you missed? You're going to have to find out tomorrow when you watch the replay. Yep, you got to watch the replay. Tell them, guys, watch the replay. Comment now. I think it's Chris. If it's not Chris, I'm sorry. Chris, watch the replay in its entirety tomorrow because you had to leave to put your son to bed and be a responsible father, and you missed the live stream, so your penance. Nah, man, you didn't miss much anything. I'm just ranting at this point. So if you ever get a pellet grill, stay away from the charcoal pellets. They are a waste of time and energy. Smoking Goodness says oak. I love oak too. My summer grilling wish list was to get a Weber Smoky Mountain, and I got one. What else? What's up, Nick? Hopefully it's working out for you. Mimi says yesterday I found some post oak wood at Ace Hardware here in Kansas City. I was so stoked that I felt like a kid on Christmas morning. I just hope it lives up to the hype. Now I tell you what, Mimi, if you are used to using a different type of wood, take in the smell of the oak. Okay, oak smells differently, and you know what is so funny? Over the years, I can tell when I'm burning a different or the wrong type of wood based off of the smell. Apple wood smells different. Cherry smells different. Pine. You're not supposed to use pine in your... Oh my gosh. I wish I could tell you how many times I've chucked a piece of... or almost chucked a piece of wood. Because pine... If you've never felt pine or picked up pine, pine is very light in weight in comparison to a hardwood. And you don't want to cook with pine. So before you ask, you don't want to cook with pine. But it was one of those things where a couple pieces of pine were mixed in with the wood that I had. And as soon as you pick it up, it's like, I don't know. I was going to say it's like picking up a lightweight baby. So all of my kids were solid. Okay, and you pick up my kids and you're like, they got some weight to them. They got, you know, and you pick them up and man, these motherfuckers are heavy. But my cousin, her daughter, like you pick up my cousin's daughter and it's like, oh my gosh, like where's the rest of her? Like, why is she so light? and she just had no density behind her. And that's the thing. Pine is not very dense. Oak, apple, all of the hardwoods are very dense, and you pick it up even after they're seasoned. They're heavier than the pine would be. Uh, Man, Big Steve, you need to get that Vortex, dog. Just put little smoke tubes on your oven. Dude, you know what's funny? Um, if only I could do that, like get away with putting a smoke tube in my oven. Small pellet grill, smoke tube. I have not used it. Doesn't make a difference. The smoke tube will make a difference. Excuse me. The smoke tube will definitely make a difference. Look at that. The beard is coming out, but no discernible difference. Um, like how do I? I guess I could adjust the brightness of the TV, but it almost looks worse now that I've turned the light down in the kitchen. So that was last year. Not sure what the holdup is. All right, I just think the pellets do not give off enough smoke, even with the tube. First love, man. I've talked about this before, man. Um, Comparing a pellet grill to a off like a wood burning smoker is like comparing charcoal to a propane smoker. It's just not the same. Sorry. Eris is sorry I'm late. Maybe y'all have talked about this, but I was thinking of doing a cheap Weber kettle build. I've never owned one. Dude, Eric, talk to Jay from Jay's Bracken Barbecue. He can tell you the ins and outs of using what he calls his Cheber, which is the cheap Weber. And yo, it's an 18-inch. Let's just put this into perspective. It's an 18-inch cheap Weber, and he does work on that 18-inch grill. He does work. I am the ingenuity and resourcefulness of Eric is bar none. Like, yo, it's a great. Uh, uh, Doug says, "What's my favorite cooker that I've cooked on, or have to cook on?" Bernadette. Oh, excuse me, Bessie is my favorite. Um, because I really, literally have cooked on that smoker so much that I can cook in my sleep, and it won't be an issue. Like I seriously cook in my sleep on that thing. Uh, Bad internet connection. It said my comment didn't post. Oh, sorry. Crunching the protein on smoke fire right now. Crunching? What? Checking in about the roller truck as to what I'll be cooking this year. I'm going getting 4 or 5 young goats, raising the slaughter process, then finally cooking. I'll keep you updated. Well, I'm appreciate it. Going to listen in while driving home with Chef Johnny. I appreciate that, man. I really, really, really do. I am behind again in the comments because I started talking and rambling, so bear with me. If you want a Weber pellet, make sure you have some good homeowners insurance. Izzy, you are hilarious. Uh, huh. Offset. I don't think the smoke too will make a huge difference. It makes a difference if you're using a pellet. Kirk says, "Hey yo, you spreading word about the bar here? Oh, spreading word talking about my lamb. Well, thank you very much, Kirk. I appreciate that. Seriously, bro. I really do. One of these days we're gonna have to talk, and I'll let you in on the secret. I feel like I've told a few of you how I do different things, and it's one of those things like how many 90s kids are there in the room and remember Captain Planet and it was like air, wind, fire, water, by your powers combined. Look, so out of all of you, you can recreate everything that I do because I've told you guys the secret to how I do my brisket, the secret to how I do my ribs. One of you gets the secret to how I do my lamb. Kirk, eventually it might be you, buddy. Like, it might be you. But But yeah. Mr. Augustus watched the replay. Brian, sorry, Brian. All right, I've been calling you Chris. I think I've called you Chris twice. The jury's out. Let's just watch the replay. uh, 50 degrees. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 40 degrees.
I got you beat, Izzy. Still chilling, living a dream. Dad's double lung transplant went greater than we expected. I'll take him home on the 11th, so we are blessed. Thank you very much, Kirk, man. I appreciate that. Are you still here in Baltimore, or are you back home? You're probably back home by now. But that is dope. I saw on Instagram that you were here, and as opposed to being that guy like, hey man, I'm gonna come through. Now you do your family thing, and I know that when it dies down, when things die down, you will hit me up and let me know when we can get together. Oddly enough, a friend of mine, a car friend of mine, this guy's name was Corey. Corey passed away, but he had cystic fibrosis, and he had a lung transplant there also at Hopkins, and he did a great job, and he was doing better on the up and up, and then his health just like took a dramatic turn for the worse, and unfortunately he passed away. But when I found out, now he lived in West Virginia, he came to Hopkins and had his lung transplant. Right before he got his transplant, I went and visited him. Now this is back in 2015, most likely. Went and visited him, spent some time with him in the hospital, and I mean, I didn't know him that well, and he didn't know me that well, but it meant the world to me, to him, that I came and visited him. He was like, "Hey," I posted on Instagram. He's like, "Hey, I'm in Baltimore. Anybody in Baltimore, come through, say what's up." I'm like, "Yo, I'm on my way. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm on my way." So I went and hung out with him for a little while, spent some time with him, and he appreciated it, and that was it. So, like I said, Kurt, if you want to hang out, if you want to drink a beer or something, let me know next time you are in Baltimore. Definitely, I got you. But glad to hear your father's doing better. Noob says I just bought some pine litter for charcoal starting, and it looked like a diesel truck rolling coal. Such a dirty burn, dude. The oils in pine are not good. I don't even know about starting a fire with pine. I think the oils are probably what helps it to ignite faster, but I definitely don't think that's good for cooking. I like to cook with old fence posts. Okay, pine is too much creosote in it. I agree. Would that be cedar? First Love says North Carolina is hickory heavy. He said, "I'm sick of it." I'm sorry, noob. I'm sorry. My days on went all right. Tuesdays I try to go to bed at a decent time because I know that I'm gonna be up late on Wednesdays. Well, last night I didn't go to bed until midnight. This morning I woke up. It was probably after midnight actually. This morning I woke up and I didn't even wake up at my normal time. I woke up at like 4:45. Mind you, I'm supposed to be up at 4:15. Yeah, I was already late when I got my day started. Both being a slammer. That's the number. My butcher said he could. All right, let's see. ¿Qué pasó, locos? Eldelphia. Nothing much. Nada que pasó. This lady on Facebook has something that sits on her stove that smokes meat. She said it uses wood chips for flavor. So it's probably like a Dutch oven that you put wood chips in, and you have some sort of standoff to put your meat in on a grate, and you just heat it up, and then the wood smolders inside. But I wouldn't want to put that inside my house. There's a oak is super. Oh, Anub says oak is super hard to find in Kansas. So in that wood video where I talked about what kind of wood I use, I talked about the fact that it's geographical. All right, so Lou says might be a stupid question. Do you consider Bessie and Bernadette an offset? No, they are both reverse flow smokers because of the fact that they have diverter plates, and the heat and smoke travel in and out in completely different directions. You can tell the difference between an offset and a reverse flow simply, usually, by if the firebox and the exhaust are on the same side of the smoker. A firebox over here and an exhaust over here on the opposite side of the firebox typically denotes an offset. If you have a firebox here and an exhaust here on the same side, now of course it doesn't have to be over top of the firebox, but if they're on the same side of the cook chamber, then most likely that is a reverse flow. That's your thoughts on old hickory pits. They look very well made, just very expensive. Just curious. So my whole thing is this: with the old hickory pits, they are for the most part rotisseries, and I'm not a fan of rotisseries because everything drips on everything else. You guys know how I feel about pork dripping on beef and chicken, and that's just because of the fact that I try to cook and cater to the fact that people have dietary restrictions. One of those dietary restrictions being not eating pork. Now I'll tell you, I'll let you in on the secret. Tonight we took my boys out we took everybody. We went out for dinner. We went to Fogo de Chao, however you want to pronounce it. So we went to Fogo. And I actually got the ability to peek into the kitchen where they cook the meats. And they have, if you've ever seen one of those propane bricks, like a ceramic brick that heats up and like radiates heat from like a propane grill or a gas grill that does rotisserie chicken, that is what they, or at least that's what they had in the kitchen when I was in Baltimore. That is what they use to heat up the meat. And it's top down cooking, which I thought was dope. But the problem is everything is dripping on everything else. Oh, man. I was kind of crushed when I saw that. I really was. Because the pork and the chicken are kind of together, and the beef and the lamb are kind of together. Now, mind you, I don't eat much chicken from Fogo de Chao, so I'm okay. I feel a little bit better. But I would have like separate areas for everything, just because I'm trying to be cognizant of people's dietary restrictions. Mimi says, yeah. So, but cook commercial ingredients very nice. So from Ace Hardware, shit, a local store, all right. Rick says 52 degrees in Tecate. Well, drink a beer and it'll be colder. First Love says Captain Planet, he's my hero. That cartoon is so corny now. I've heard that Ace will bring in B&B if you ask them. Hard to find B&B here. I've seen B&B charcoal at Walmart, to be completely honest. But it was like one of those things where I saw it and I was like, no, I can't afford that. And then I may or may not be doing some sort of charcoal comparison at some point. So yeah, keep an eye out for that once it gets a little warmer and I can spend a decent amount of time outside. But someone has spent quite a bit of money on charcoal, and I have probably about a dozen different types of charcoal that I will be doing some sort of comparison on at some point. Trade smoked meats for oak. Tons of hedge trees here. When oak falls, it's scooped up quickly. Shoot, I can imagine, dude. Into camp house. Dude, I was there at Fogo tonight. I wish I'd have known. You could have came through and broke bread. Well, eating some of the cheesy bread with us. Holiday Inn in the harbor. All right, I might, let me know, man. Hit me up. You have my number. Cook that hula hula chicken recipe I sent you last year. No, Izzy, I have not. And it's just been one of those things where I just haven't cooked it. Not that I haven't looked at it, but I just haven't cooked it. I tell you, my family is kind of funny when it comes to changing up stuff. I go through all of this effort to cook something different, and they be like, I like it when you do it the regular way. Like, I like, oh, it burns me up. So a lot of times I do stuff the normal way, the regular way. Yeah. Joaquin says he'll be coming through May 7th and back on the 10th or 11th. Remind me a little, remind me a little closer, Joaquin. Uncle Steve from Uncle Steve Shakes is just giving a quick shout out. Gotta put the girls to bed. Hope everyone is living the dream. Yes, sir. I'm, oh my gosh, I'm 6 minutes behind on the comments. So Uncle Steve, you'll probably be in and out before I even saw that. Bet is calling noob. I understand. Got a busy day tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. You too. Gregory Velasquez, how you doing this evening? Jack, definitely agree. He says Kirk Atkins prayers. Yes. A good video. My grandmother has like cast iron grill. Alberto says hello from Tijuana, Mexico. Well, hola. ¿Cómo está anoche? What do you think about Fast Eddie's pellet smoker? I don't know that I've seen it, or yeah. I thought reverse flow was an offset. You learn something new every day. Makes sense. Yes, that's why it's called reverse flow. The heat and smoke go in one direction, and they reverse direction. Lou, how much you had to drink tonight? I mean, come on, be honest in the comments. They reversed the flow or reverse direction, hence the reverse flow name. You guys are having a Mexican reunion in the comments here. Accent, yo, dog, John. I not even gonna lie. I would love to have something like what you have. It gets my OCD going when I see stacked meats and then pile on the smoker. Yeah, man. What do you think? So SNS, you might not realize this, but I am actually a few minutes behind on the comments. The first time you said it, I saw it. The problem is there's 4 or 5 minutes between when you left that comment and when I'm actually getting to it. And my just kind of the sale, discontinuing the sale of Western Wood. They have a clearance sale going on. Wood chunks $6 now, $4, $2 ships a bag. So the whole thing is they probably are trying to get out the old inventory to bring in the, so the 2019 inventory to bring in the 2020 inventory. So buy up what you can. It says I buy charcoal during the holidays at Lowe's for half price. B&B says he says B&B is great, but I would not use it for just regular cooking. That is money-making charcoal. What do you mean by that? Like, you only use it when you are doing catering? That type of thing? Or cooking for someone? William says, "What's up, y'all?" Nothing much, man. Oh man. Why? All right. Texas Barbecue Guy says, "I use B&B lump for my pit." See, the problem is, in where you are in Texas or in Texas, is so much easier to get B&B than it is elsewhere. Messed up. They have 40-pound bags of the Sonora brand mesquite lump. I used for $15 and I didn't grab none. Dog Jay, you know what? I tell you, I'll be completely honest, and this is, some of you guys are gonna understand this, and some of you guys aren't. Yo, adulthood can cause you to not have extra money to spend on charcoal. Because I know that sometimes when those charcoal sales pop up, and I'm like, yo, I need like 30, 40 bags of charcoal, but even at $10 a bag, I can't afford more than like 10 bags right now, or 10 double packs right now. It's like, I'm trying to, I mean, let's put it in perspective. That trip that I took to Texas, all right, nobody paid for that but me. I had to pay for that out of my pocket. So I mean, yeah, I'll get a little bit of YouTube money, but the YouTube money doesn't coincide when the credit card bill comes. So yeah. So it's one of those things where you have to pay the credit card bill, and you're trying to throw money at it, literally, to pay it down and pay it off. And I'm trying to do that. That leaves less money to have extra money, and it's like, yo, I just threw a whole bunch of money at the credit card. I'm not going to use the credit card to buy $400 worth of charcoal. I know I will not do it. So if I have not had a decent catering event, or if I have not had a decent cook event, or whatever, and have the cash in my pocket, or like something disposable, Jay, I'm right there with you. Sometimes you just got to be like, I can't afford that right now, and I'll deal with it later. Izzy says Kingsford competition charcoal at Costco is very good. The only problem, Izzy, is not every Costco carries that charcoal. I went to 2 or 3 different Costco's looking for it, and I found this much. Yeah, this much. After hearing a whole bunch of folks talk about it, whoo, I tried to get it, and it was like, nah, bruh. Lou Calamatis. Lou says, "All right, Dash, I'm out, my friend. Keep me posted on the Guinness Brewery. That'd be cool. Night, yes, I will, man. I will. One of these nights we gotta go down there, and unfortunately, it's gonna be a long drive for you, but I think it'd be pretty cool. Your family will love the hooly, my friend. My boys loved it. Izzy, they picky. They picky. Now, here's another thing too, and this is just recently. But for Lent, we actually are pescatarian. So we've been only eating fish and or vegetables since Lent started. Lent started last Wednesday. So it's been a week. And it's funny. My wife had a gift card to Fogo. And she was telling the boys about it. And they're like, "But mommy, we're pescatarian. How are we going to go to Fogo?" And she said, "We're going to have a cheat day." And when she told me about it, I said the same thing. I was like, "But wait a minute. We're supposed to be pescatarian." She said, "We're having a cheat day." I said, "Oh, yeah. You ain't got to tell me twice." What custom-made smokers do I think are the best? For example, Lone Star Grills, Moberg, Horizon Smokers. So, Alonzo, I tell you like this. One, I like Mobergs, okay, because I have seen Mobergs in action when I was in Texas. Two, I believe in this guy here, Ryan from Backline Smokers, Backline Smokers / Backline Fabrication. I think Ryan he's a one-man operation, and he's doing his thing. Let's talk about Shirley Fabrication. Lone Star Grills seems to be the dishwasher is done. Lone Star Grills. I can't knock their quality. They seem like they put out a pretty decent product. Here's one that you didn't mention, Meadow Creek. Meadow Creek is where I got my 5-foot long grill table from. And their smokers look pretty decent. I've never cooked on one, never used one, but I know people that have. And it's one of those things where I don't know where you live, okay? Because your location, your locale will definitely dictate where you buy a smoker from. Because if you can't go and pick it up, there's a thing called shipping. And if you have to ship something across the country, it might bump you out of whatever your price range is. The cooking cop, what's going on, Josh? Understand, man. He says he was out to dinner with Babe. Oh, now it's the cooking cop and Babe. Man, you funny. I am a few moments behind. She's 5 minutes or so behind in the comments. So, yeah, there's that. What's the advantage of having a reverse slow smoker? Even or more even temperatures. Typically, most people say that you have a more even temperature. Sipping on some Peach Crown Royal. What are y'all drinking on? So, Mimi, I am drinking on this Trinidadian rum and a Coke Zero. I have a few friends that live on the island. I actually have Hawaiian products in my house. That's what's up. I use B&B lump. Using it for the Austin rodeo. Well, Gregory, that's what's up, man. Good luck at the rodeo. I wish I could be cool enough to be close enough to be in Austin again, but I was there just last month. It was like such a long time ago. It feels like it was such a long time ago, but it was like, I'm sorry, I'm saying this backwards. It was such a long time ago, but it feels like it was last week. Like, take me back. I had such a good time in Texas. Okay, Big C says he stocked up for show. They're bringing in Kingsford wood and cowboy wood chunks. That's what's up. Ever since I moved to California, Mexico, B&B hasn't showed me the same love they used to when I was back in Texas. Yeah, like it's like outside of Texas, man, you can't get it as easily as you can in Texas. Yes, I love the cowboy charcoal. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for it soon. The money, it's just in the room in the car. Good thing. Well, thank you very much, Smoking Joe. Where y'all coming from? But you know what? I in the evenings, I tend to. There are certain times where either I am in bed trying to get sleep because my day starts too early, or I am actively hanging out in the live stream. But I do the same thing, man. I just comment like, "Hey, just to let you know." But if you haven't already, please take a moment to hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we all know that Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue, Joe has himself a Yoder that he loves to absolute death. So yeah, here he is talking about his Yoder, baby. I'm out. Have a great night. First Love Smoker says. Well, thank you, sir. Definitely appreciate you hanging out. Gator Pits is another one that is actually up there. Easy Bake says, yo, Yoder Stone. I want a Meadow Creek 250. Terry says, so Terry must live. Terry lives up in my area. If he knows who Meadow Creek is, then you cannot live close. Then you have to live close. I like the smokers that the guy Jeremy Yoder runs. All right. Custom pits and fabrication makes a great smoker. I love mine, but they are in Georgia, so I had to ship it. All right, Kirk, that's fair. That's a Fat Stacks, Jay. Yeah, Fat Stacks smoker. Texas barbecue, right? When you put your comment in the light when you're on as well. What? Oh, sorry. Y'all talking to each other. Da, 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 da. I'll be cooking with brother James. I have an East Texas review reverse flow smoker. I love it. But this weekend I'll be cooking on my drum. Well, Gregory, best of luck. Like I said, man, you guys got them competitions. I can't do more than like a state competition. That just, and even that hurts my heart, man. Hey, hey, Big Steve, thank you. This is out, sir. Good night, good people. Ricer says, I like Joe's Yoders. You know, I like Joe's Yoders too, with the exception that none of them are mine. According to Franklin Book, he made them himself. Yes, I do remember, and he's posted videos on how to do different components, different things on the smokers, and I tend to believe him. I don't see why he would be lying about that. Sponsored by B&B, but they don't seem to care about promoting on the West Coast. Well, Rick, Mr. Hockey, good night, sir, and yes, indeed, Mo Butter, baby. If I had more cash, Europe would be nice. Yeah, duh. I get back to B&B, my local Ace. All right. I like Lang's a lot because it seems like Lang's are proven because they are like anyone has cooked on a Lang or used a Lang or owned a Lang or uses currently a Lang. I feel like brisket prices are crazy right now. $3.49 for prime. Don't know if that's good or bad, Joe, because in my area there are times when brisket is closer to $4. I want a Lone Star Grills cabinet like the Dog Father. All right, yeah, I do too, but I want one that's like a double cabinet. Ricardo says his B&B used to be free. Used to be. Fat Stats has made a few. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, those Fat Stats smokers are dope. Chose. I like Dash. That is all. All right. He's like that little kid. He's like, hey, the reporter's like, hey, you're dressed up as like Frankenstein for Halloween. How do you like that? I like turtles. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you, man. Jay says he's doing some cheddar fabrications. What? What's up, welders? Dog, man, you popped in. Oh, wait a minute. Let me ask you something. Go check your subscribers. You might have another 2 or 3 subscribers because I shouted you out real heavy. Like I hooked you heavy. Hopefully you have. I won't say my quest, but I wanted to help you get up to like 100. But I mean, seeing as how there's only like 10 or 15 people, there's about 20 people on my live stream, we couldn't actually probably get you to 100. But there were at least 3 or 4 folks who said they subscribed to your channel. So I'm hoping that does in fact, or that did in fact happen. You should get a charcoal sponsor, Dash. Yeah, I would love to have a charcoal sponsor. The only thing is, there are no teams or nothing that will sponsor me in this area because I'm not doing competitions. Like I did actually apply for a sponsorship deal through, it might have been Royal Oak last year, and I'm like, hey, I have this YouTube channel, I have all of these views, I have all of these comments, I have all of these this, I have all of these that, and they're like, if you made it to be an affiliate team, I think is what they called it, then you would have received. I'm like, that sucks. But that's the whole thing, the people who are doing those like sponsorship deals, they know and can quantitate spending money on somebody on YouTube who's a quote unquote unknown versus spending money at a competition and this person is wearing a Wrangler shirt with your logo on it all day long and on the back, and he's got your logo down his pant legs. And look, I will sell the hell out of that too, that space. But the space on my fire suit is not going to be worth the same as the face on like Jeff Gordon or Dale Earnhardt Jr. per se. Now, are those folks there? No. But there are folks there who will bring in some actual coin. Hey Rick, I ain't see anything. Yeah, well, you know what, Ricer? I'm looking to replace Bernadette. So yeah, lanes are great value compared to a lot of smokers that everyone's talking about. How far am I from Waldorf? John, Waldorf is probably like an hour and a half away from my house. And that's just because it's all surface roads. Like if I could take a highway to Waldorf, maybe 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour is probably more reasonable. 7. That's what's up. Let's get him to 10. Let's get 10 subscribers for him. Hopefully they commented and told you that it was me who sent them your way. William says you check it out. All right, well, that's what's up. Most manufacturers do not give influencers enough credit. Dude, Ricers agreed. Dude, I almost say apologize. I applied, and the whole thing was they said, how many competitions do you cook in? I'm not cooking in competitions. Well, how many this do you do? I'm not doing those. I'm doing stuff on YouTube. Like, I'm cooking on YouTube. And if I say, hey, I have this B&B X, Y, and Z, here again today, folks are going to start looking for B&B charcoal. Because you know why? I know after hearing a lot of people talk about it, I'm like, I got to give that B&B stuff a try. Duh. You guys are awesome. Thank you for subbing to his channel. If YouTubers would boycott, they would change their tune. Yeah, but you know as well as I do that, oh well, then again, it could be a pretty serious income generator. All right, we're going to be wrapping this up soon. I used to live in Port Tobacco, right around the corner from Waldorf. Spent a lot of time at the gun store. Damn shame I can't remember the name. Was it Fred's? Also lived in Cobb Island for a few. Okay. Ricardo says, yeah, barbecue team cooks starting to look like NASCAR drivers. Right. Brian says you need a manager. Huh, you might be right. Jeff says, I would love Bernadette. I think I posted this or said this, but Jeff, $5,000, and Bernadette, I will help you get Bernadette up to you in New England. Links. Pat, how you doing this evening? He says they're just dropping in to say hi. Pellet Smoke Company sponsor me. Well, dude, Chef Johnny, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have somebody that's sponsoring you, more power to you. Definitely send you their pits in April, so I got my fingers crossed. Dude, I remember you were talking about it for sure. I feel like asking Weber for a sponsor so I can just blow it up. Well, Jay, you might not want to do that one. Texas style barbecue and cuisine. Oh, that would be too cool. Time for that part 2 link. Yeah, just about. And made in USA, absolutely right. So let's see here. Jack says, see you soon. Thank you very much, Jack, Betty. Enjoy your evening. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I usually I have my laptop here right with me. I got to go to my laptop, copy the link, and then post it into the chat. So bear with me. Give me a moment or so. The laptop's in the room next door. So here, you guys can watch yourselves. All right. Hopefully that didn't take too long. Hey, what's up with the delay? Like what you saw on the, well, what I saw on the TV. By the time I went over and actually linked the link, shoot, look at that. Outlaw pellet grills is already out, so we follows through. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Yes, indeed, Jack and Betty, thank you very much. It says, see you next week. Kirk, I will not come off of Vicky, but Bernadette, I am willing to part ways with. Definitely. Go ask me about Veronica. Nope, I don't know about that one. There's no Brian. I'm gonna say there's no such thing, man. But dude, it's not the same. Being in Baltimore is definitely not the same as like cats who are in Texas, where they understand. Like in Texas, they understand the value of having a someone from a barbecue team or a YouTube team or something, like talk about whatever it is that they're selling. Offset that came through one. Rick says he's on his last beer. Ricer, it you know what? It seems to get longer. The delay seems to get longer as the live stream progresses, because in the beginning it was like 7 to 10 seconds. Flipping coins. Oh, I know, Ricer. I know. Huh. No problem. No problem. Texas Barbecue guy says, sorry, my fault. Running power tools in the shop. Made it home. Chef Johnny, have a great evening, sir. Thank you very much for hanging out and popping on. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we are at and over the 2-hour mark. I have shared the link with the video that will go live tomorrow. Just because you watch it tonight does not mean that you shall not watch it again tomorrow, or that you shouldn't watch it again tomorrow. If you watch it again tomorrow, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you leave a comment tonight and tomorrow, I would appreciate that even more. Hey, look, I am about to hit the hay, my daggone self. I have to get up in the morning, and I'm tired. All right, I'm tired. I'm tired. Anyway, goodness gracious, big yawn. Yeah. I want Bessie. No, you don't, Kirk. I'm starting to smoke her soon. Well, I'm looking forward to it, Adam. Pressing ad right. All right. Ricer, be easy. Good night, Johnny. Good night, Easy Bake Barbecue. Good night too. Later, my barbecue brothers. My turn to check the tunnels. Yes, indeed. Let's turn to check the tunnels. Rich, be easy, sir. Oh, don't mind me. I'm covering up my face because I am a little intoxicated. All right. So thank you guys so very much. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, if you didn't see it already, I posted the link to the video that will go live tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. Good night. Peace and hair grease. Handyman, be easy. All right, Adam. Thank you, sir. Adam, I don't know if I told you, but did you know that my middle name is Adam? Yeah. So that's how I remember your name. Later, Tater. You have to say it that way too. Like, later, Tater. Anybody else have any parting words before I hit the X and say goodbye to you guys for the evening? I'll leave you with my crack in my neck. All right, guys. I'll see you. You guys have a great weekend. Yeah, Brian. Brian, I'm trying to remember B. I have a cousin named B. I have a good friend named B. Well, Brian, they're all Brian, but I call him B. If you don't mind me calling you B, I might try to remember to call you B. Kurt, you gotta buy a smoker and buy the recipe. I know you got them deep pockets. Adam, thank you, sir. Looking forward to seeing the next video. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All right. All right. See, I knew it. I knew I liked you. You know why? Because it's B. And will I remember it? Probably not. But we're gonna say that I did. Hey Terry, thank you very much for hanging out. I really appreciate you doing that. Later to you too. All right, I am gone officially, and I'll see you guys next time. Do not forget, go ahead back and check out that link to the video for tomorrow if you want to see it tonight. All right, but watch it tomorrow again, please. Please. All right. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you next time.